And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to the Expo Center in Fort Pierre as we are getting set for the state championship game as the Oahe Capitals and the Sioux Falls Flyers will meet in the 14U state championship after both teams were able to get wins on Friday and Saturday to reach the championship game. For the Oahe Capitals, they beat Yankton 2-0. Mallory Learcamp and Dakota McIntyre scored. That was game 2 of the day of this tournament. And then that night, it was Mitchell that took Sioux Falls to a tie game for a while, but it was a 4-2 win for the Flyers. Charlie Wurspan scored twice. Tatum Meyer, and Evelyn Berg end up with the goals with the 4-2 win for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the over the Mitchell Marlins. Then on yesterday, it was a 2-0 win against Brookings in the state semifinal for the Oahe Capitals. Ainsley Reese got the goal, her second of the season. Valerie Learcamp also scored, and they made it a 2-0 win as Taylor Allerdings had 15 saves for the shutouts to reach the championship game. And then the Rushmore Thunder, they were shut out by Sioux Falls in the state semifinal. Mackenzie Peterson, Chloe Goring, Charlie Wurspan scored again. Avery Fuller and Tatum Meyer had her second goal of the tournament. And then it was Greta Clawwitter that will get the 14 saves shutout to get the win. And both these teams who maybe haven't trailed at all in this state tournament. And of course the Capitals with a total of 2 shutouts, 2-0 and 2-0. They haven't given up a goal yet in this state tournament. And both these teams, they were the best 2 teams in the state. It was an overtime win in Sioux Falls for the Capitals, and then it was a tie hockey game between these 2 teams here at the Expo Center in the regular season. So they are the 2 teams that have been the best all season. The Capitals lost just 1 game. It was to Brookings, so they avenged that loss. And then it was for Sioux Falls. They end up losing just that 1 game to the Capitals in overtime and the tie. That was the only time that they didn't get a win. So both these teams come in with the same amount of wins at 16 wins. It was 16-1-1 for 16-1-1, yes, for the Capitals, and 16-0-1-1 for the Sioux Falls Flyers as they will play in the state championship. Let's take a break as we will come back and have the pregame show. We'll have all the festivities coming up for the introduction of the national anthem. All of that will be coming up here next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, on YouTube on Capital City Rock Sports.
Text scams continue, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on text messages choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
You'll find a great selection of quality new
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. Plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Since the day First Fidelity Bank first opened its doors for business in 1905, we've served the credit and investment needs of this area. The money that's deposited with us is reinvested locally in the form of loans to area families, farms, and small businesses, where it can help create new opportunities for everyone in our community. First Fidelity Bank, first-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Services, proud supporter of Pierre Governor football. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane.
The Sioux Falls Flyers. For your visitors, your starting lineup. Number 8, Pregame. Number 10, Dakota. Number 15, Ainsley Reese. Number 36, Aubrey Stewart. And number 55, Mallory Blaircamp. And in between the pipes, number 9, Taylor Alderdy. For your Sioux Falls Flyers, your starting lineup. Number 6, Hannah Gora. Number 18, Evelyn Bird. Number 32, Avery Fuller. Number 44, Ella Scavander. Number 74, Charlene Bierstan. And in between the pipes, number 24, Greta Klobitter. Now we have a special treat for your championship national anthem. Please stand, remove your cover. The national anthem will be sung by sisters Elena and Brentley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As we are ready to go here from the Expo Center in Fort Pierre, as it is the championship game of the 14U state tournament, the two best teams in this state. The White Capitals will be the visitors on the scoreboard here at the Expo Center as they are the number 2 seed. The top seed, Sioux Falls Flyers, will be the home team on the scoreboard as the Caps will be looking for that 14U state championship. They won one just a couple of years ago. the Sioux Falls team, the only team that they did not beat was this Oahe Capitals team. It was an overtime win. The first time these two teams played, Dakota McIntyre got the overtime winner. And then it was a tie here at the Expo Center. As we are underway here at the Expo Center in our state championship game. Aubrey Stewart will send it deep into the offensive zone. Behind to take it will be Evelyn Berg here for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Up ahead it comes out to the blue line where it's going to be out of the zone, and Mallory Learcamp will pick it up for the Capitals. Learcamp 30 goals in the regular season for the 14U team, as she picked up 2 goals and 2 assists so far in this state tournament. Behind the net for Sioux Falls as a pass will come up here and out of the zone. Dakota McIntyre from the back end. It'll be sent down. It will be no icing. Ella Stavener will send it deep into the zone for Sioux Falls. As the Capitals will try and get it out of their end of the ice. Berg attacking, and it'll move up for Learcamp. This is going to be held in by Sioux Falls. That shot coming from Mackenzie Peterson. It was blocked from Ainsley Reese, and it'll go to the corner from the right wing. Peterson, as she's going to the ice, sends one towards the net, but it goes wide. And it's now Neely Meyer that will send it back deep. Reagan Emmy for the Capitals, up ahead for Learcamp. This will eventually come out of the zone. And it's now going to be moved from number 82, Quinn Koppeline. And at the neutral zone, Ainsley Reese picks it up. She's bumped off the puck by Tatum Meyer, who's got 2 goals so far for Sioux Falls. Now moving in, fanning on a shot, rebound that will go wide. It was Neely Meyer that had that opportunity. It'll come out to the blue line, but it's held in, where the Capitals will pick it back up in the corner. And it's now a pass that will come here to the near end. And Sioux Falls will look to go right back to work. From the corner, it's moved up, out to the blue line, where it's Evelyn Berg from the blue line. That shot got all the way through, and it's kicked away by Taylor Allerdings. And it's going to be moved along, and now the Capitals will send it deep into the offensive zone. That one, I believe, came from Aubrey Stewart. And this will be moved here to the side of the net. Learcamp trying to find the handle of it. It's still loose in front of the net, and it'll eventually be grabbed by Sioux Falls. And Hannah Gora out to center ice. Gora will carry it in. Her pass goes across. And it's going to be behind the nets with 12:30 left to go here in the first period. I just realized that my timing is off. It's 15-minute periods, not 17-minute periods. So we'll try and get that corrected as we go into the second through this first period. This is in the offensive zone for the Capitals. And it's now Dakota McIntyre that will carry it right back in for the Caps. Learcamp with a shot and a save made. And then she goes down to the ice. Play continues. First shot for the Oahe Capitals. Reese back at her own end of the ice. At her own blue line will move it up the zone for the Capitals. And this is the championship game of the 14U state tournament. From the corner is J.C. Junt that will pick it up and will send it around the boards. Tatum Meyer out of the zone for Sioux Falls. No whistles yet in this first period. And it's now going to be pushed along by J.C. Junt over, and this will be an offside call. This is a no-touch offside. If one player is offside, you can, and the puck then goes offside with you, it is completely offside. There's no tagging up like there is in varsity hockey. Okay, we're trying to catch our way back up here, and I'll fix the second and third period times once we get to that point. But it will be moved along by J.C. Junt. Picked up by the Sioux Falls Flyers. Out to the blue line. Going to be held in by the Capitals. Near side where it's moved out of the zone. And it's Chloe Goring. It is onside, but Learcamp intercepts the pass. And now here is Mallory Learcamp that will carry it in the offensive zone. That shot up high. And there's the save made by Clawwitter, the second save for Clawwitter. And with 10:52 left to go here in the first period, we'll get the whistle. And it will be An offensive zone face-off here for the Oahe Capitals. Again, I understand the clock is moving down on you, but we'll get eventually caught back up. And then the second period I'll make sure is right. There is no ZAM break between the periods, just a 5-minute break. As this will be Dakota McIntaffer along with Reagan Emmy trying to hold it in the zone. And then it's pushed back behind the net to Avery Fuller for the Flyers. Held in by Reagan Emmy. All the way through on the shot, and that bounced its way in, and the save was made. And this will go down, but not far enough for an icing. 10:15 left to go in this first period. Here are the Flyers again from their own blue line. McIntaffer picks it up. She'll skate into the offensive zone. McIntaffer, that shot will be off of a stick and wide. Stewart's lost the handle of the puck, trying to get a pass across. And now it's Charlie Weerspan that will move it for the Flyers. Learcamp got over to her to limit the opportunity to move into the offensive zone. And now Emery Fromm, as she was looking around both ways to figure out where she was going to pass it to. Just missing for Weerspan. And now it's Morgan Friedel that will move it along for the Capitals. This pass, dangerous pass, nearly was intercepted by Peyton Emmy. And the Flyers are in the midst of a change. Trying to get the puck deep into the zone. Didn't get very deep for the Capitals, and now it's the other way. And Mackenzie Peterson, she'll leave it. That shot is blocked. Rebound is right there, and Allerding was able to make the save, although it did go wide. With 9 minutes to go here in this first period. It was a 2-1 win in overtime and a 2-2 tie. The two times these teams met. And for the Capitals, who won 2-0 in both games, the Flyers end up with 9 goals through the first 2 games, but have given up 2 goals, where the Caps have not given up a goal yet in this state tournament. As there's a pass that's tipped along by Stewart into the offensive zone. On the backhand, she'll play to the corner. Centered one, but no one there for the Caps. And it's easily picked up and then sent down, and this might go the distance for an icing by Peterson. And we'll get a whistle with now 8:22 left to go here in this first period. Face-off will be just to the right of Clawwitter. 8:22 remaining here in period number 1. And this scoreless game, this will be down to be covered up by Clawwitter again. 8:18 left to go here in this first period. Face-off will be to the left of Clawwitter another time. Aubrey Stewart will move it around the boards. The Flyers will move it up, but not out. That shot from the blue line went wide by Sonia Junt. It is Dakota McIntaffer that will pick it up and then send it back in. And Valerie Learcamp will try and win the race to the puck in the corner. She's able to knock it away, and then from behind the net looking to center one. Comes back out to the blue line. Reese walks in. That shot goes wide after it went off of a body. She did score last night in that win against Brookings. Only her second goal of the entire season in the 14U ranks. This will be chipped along by Weerspan. Reese, she's able to fight off a shoulder shrug from Weerspan. Now Reese has it, nearly lost the handle of the puck, and it's going to be moved along and outside the zone by the Flyers. Then it goes off for the referee, and then we'll get a whistle with an offside called with 7:23 left to go here in this first period. This face-off is won by the Capitals. 3 shots on goal so far for the Lady Caps. 7:13 left to go in the first period. This will be Sonia Junt. That is offside. We get another whistle. With 7:09 left to go. So far, it is 0-0. And face-off will be right at center ice. Learcamp will take the face-off against Mackenzie Peterson. And this will be McIntyre trying to push it along. Now it's going to be picked up by Stewart on her backhand, trying to maybe deflect it off of the goalie claw winner. It's held in by Reagan Emmy. Comes to Stewart on the backhand and is blocked by a skate. Good look there from Aubrey Stewart a couple times. And this will be sent back to the Flyers end of the ice. This will go up ahead off the stick of Peterson. Reagan Emmy will move it along for the Capitals. And lost for a moment by Berg as McIntyre is able to tag back up in time before the puck crossed the zone. And now it's a pass out for Peterson. Make that for Neely Meyer. And then Meyer had her pocket picked by Emmy. This pass along, that one will miss both Learcamp and Peyton Emmy. And it's into the offensive zone for the Flyers. This first goal is going to be a big one in this state championship game. And it starts our 23 straight games. Here's a pass that goes all the way in front and went right in front of Allerdings. This will be sent down. This should be an icing against the Capitals, and it will be. So we'll get a whistle with 5:54 left to go. And the biggest thing that we always see is that you always see this, that the first goal is kind of hard to come by, whether it be a championship game, whether it be the first round game. It seems like every time it's a little hard to come by. But once that initial goal goes in, maybe we'll see more. But now these two teams have played so tight in the first two meetings that there's hardly any goals that end up getting scored. You can't expect this to be a high-scoring game. Although both teams have high scorers on their team, just can't expect it to be a high-scoring game. This is Reagan Emmy. She'll dump it in. Wide of claw winner as it started to bounce its way towards the goal. Nearly it was turned over in front, but fanning on the shot was Peyton Emmy. And this will be offside against the Capitals as that puck just barely came in before the Caps were able to get out of the zone. It is 3-0 in shots still. As you see on your screen on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast and enjoying what will be the first of 22 straight games on Capital City Rock, on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. It's a YouTube-only broadcast here today, and then the next 22 state tournament games will be on the radio and on our YouTube channel. This will be held in the zone by the Sioux Falls Flyers. Ainsley Reese will try and get back to it. It's turned over, the Flyers centered one, but that one bounced over the stick of Annika Kimber. Kimber has it back. That will go into the Flyers bench after it bounced off of the Capitals and Quinn Baker. Face-off will be right outside the Sioux Falls blue line. 4:38 left to go in this first period. Again, Thursday afternoon in Mitchell, the White Capitals will open up against the Mitchell Marlins in the 3 versus 6 matchup. As we'll have that game and then the subsequent remaining games of day one, but that'll be where it starts at noon on Thursday. This will be offside with 4:29 to go in this first period. And again, there is no ZAM break between the first and second period. It's a 5-minute break between the games, or between the periods, excuse me. Then we go right back to the second period, then we'll get the ZAM break between the second and third period. As this is moved around by Tatum Meyer. Wearspan for the Flyers with 3 goals in this state tournament. She had 15, which was third on the team. Anna Gore and Neely Meyer were tied with the team lead at 17 for this U14 team. As this moves along with 4 minutes to go in this first period. McIntyre nearly had the puck. Good job by Sonia Judd to hold it in. Now it's McIntyre as it goes around the glass. that came out in front. I don't even know if it went around the glass. I think it just bounced off the board and went right in front of the net. And then Reagan Emmy is able to hold up and stay on her skates. Right in is Learcamp with a shot. That is a glove save. And the puck will make its way around to be picked up now by number 12, Emery Fromm. At the blue line, it is going to be held in by the Capitals. Now it is comp line over for Emmy, and then this will be iced by the Capitals, just barely missing the pass. And a whistle with 3:17 to go here in the first period. 4 shots on goal for the Capitals. Sioux Falls still looking for their first one. Face-off will be to the right of Allardings. And it's going to be won by Sioux Falls. Centering pass, no one there for the Caps. Ainsley Reese fanned on it, but it does come out of the zone. And it's Emma Brown that will chase for the puck. So she goes down to the ice, so it'll come back for Brown. She'll wait long enough for Peyton Emmy to get back on side. And play will continue with under 3 minutes to go in this first period. Ainsley Reese trying to pinch in. It's going to be knocked away from her. And then a pass will miss as they were trying to get up to number 87, Lauren Stark. And then we get a whistle and another icing by the Capitals with 2:43 remaining in this first period. Face off to the left of Allardings. She's been busy moving back and forth, but she has not made a save yet, with no shots on goal for the Flyers. Here is Berg with a shot that is blocked. It is loose in front of the net, but it will be moved along by the Capitals. And now it's Mallory Learcamp. And across inside the offensive zone as she'll go around behind the net. Learcamp will circle the wagons all the way around. That shot, she scores! Mallory Learcamp gets the goal to make it 1-0, her third of the tournament. As we look at the replay from Learcamp, who circled all the way around and then walked it in top of the face-off circle and went right over the glove side. And the other angle that we'll have from this replay going right over the glove side and into the back of the nets to give the Caps a 1-0 lead. Unassisted goal for Mallory Learcamp, and it's 1-0 with 2 minutes to go here in this first period. Evelyn Berg on the back end. That's going to be intercepted by Reagan Emmy. Then she'll go down, and that will result in a no, it's not a penalty. The referee had put his arm up, but then took his hand down. Allardings was escaping the zone, or escaping to the bench, and had to go right back to it. Here is now with 1:35 remaining in this first period. Sioux Falls still with it. And then it's come out to the blue line. Berg holds it in. That bouncing puck, and now a chance for the Capitals the other way. Ember Drew from the blue line. Got it all the way in. It is not covered for a moment by Clawwitter. Again, we'll go back to that goal from Learcamp. As from the behind the net, that look of being able, and where Clawwitter just really could not see where that shot was coming from. She was looking to the right where it's coming back to her left. And the Capitals have that 1-0 lead. I'm not sure that they have trailed at all against Sioux Falls this year. This one out in front. And it will be now Stewart trying to find the handle of the puck. 4 players are on the ice, and then it will be covered up, and then a push at the very end that came from Avery Fuller with 59 seconds to go. And so it's Again, this state championship game, it is going to be tightly contested. There's a lot of emotion as Learcamp will get to the puck first around Berg. 50 seconds left to go. Berg trying to kick it along, trying to hold it along, and now it's eventually grabbed by Learcamp. Stick lift from McIntaffer, centers one out, and then a couple players all tumble to the ice. Stewart's was on top of Clawwitter after she got pushed to the ice, and now it's moved along and a pass across, one-timer, and goes wide of Allerdings. Still 25 to go in the period. Then back around it comes. It is going to be a shot on goal for Sioux Falls. 18 seconds remaining. This will be cleared out of the zone. And as the Flyers have to tag all the way back up with 12 seconds remaining in the period. One final chance here for Sioux Falls, but it was moved along by the Capitals. As it comes back in, that will take us to the end of this first period. And the Hawaii Capitals are going to lead it 1-0 at the end of one period. Mallory Learcamp's unassisted goal, giving the Caps the 1-0 advantage on American Family Insurance. Brady Shuffle by scoreboard. Again, it's only 5 minutes. Well, the Flyers are all leaving the ice, but there is no Zam break right now between the first and second period. But it is a 1-0 lead, and the great crowd that we have here on hand at the Expo Center. That second deck is pretty full all the way around. And again, we'll go back and let's watch the replays again for the Mallory Learcamp goal. That made it a 1-0 game. And again, Learcamp just was so patient with the puck and was able to get that shot to go through. And again, from the back of the end, this is the third time you're going to see this angle. And the shot, you can see Clawwitter starting to move to her right and then having to go back to her left to make that save, to try and make the save. And at that point, there was too much for Learcamp, too strong of a shot from Learcamp, and Clawwitter was able to get that shot Clawwitter is unable to make the save, and the Capitals lead at 1-0 at the end of one period. Let's take a break. We'll come back and we will get the second period on the way next. You're listening to the 14U State Championship game on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
Giving Tuesday is quickly approaching, a day when generosity transforms lives. At the Boys and Girls Club of the Capital area, every dollar you give helps open doors for local kids to learn, grow, and thrive in a safe and supportive environment. Your gift provides mentoring, academic support, and experiences the school can't provide, all in a place that believes every child has a great future. Your donation makes a real difference and could help you save on taxes. To donate, visit bgccaparea.org or contact the club at 605-295-4412. Help kids and make a lasting impact.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684. Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
And as we welcome you back for the second period, the Oahe Capitals have a 1-0 lead over the Sioux Falls Flyers. 6-1 in shots in that first period. Mallory Learcamp, the unassisted goal, as both teams will make their way out back onto the ice. And the second period will start 5-on-5. No penalties in that first period between the two teams. As we are ready to go for period number 2. Taylor Allerdings with that 1 save so far. 5 saves on 6 shots for Greta Clawwitter. We are underway here in this second period, as it is the Sioux Falls Flyers that will have that first possession. This will be to the blue line. It is right on the blue line, so it is still an onside play for the Flyers, who had not quite gotten back to center ice, but it never left the zone completely. And then this will be barely an onside play for the Capitals. A good stick there from Dakota McIntaffer, but then Stewart couldn't get over to it. And now it's going to be into the offensive zone. Here's a shot and a save. Blocker save made from Taylor Allerdings. And then the pass will come over, and it'll be on the near end, out to the blue line. That shot is blocked coming from Fuller. McIntaffer blocked the shot, and she has the puck. Dakota McIntaffer, that is onside. She went in first, but had possession of the puck when it came across the blue line. This is out to the blue line, out of the zone. Sonia Junt, the pass will go across for Ainsley Reese. Reese will pick it up, send it off the boards, out of the zone. Nearly picked up by Morgan Friedel. Now it's the Flyers that are back in. That shot in a quick save. Rebound is still loose, and a good job of the Capitals to start to clear it out. Another shot comes in, and a couple saves. Rebound, they'll score. The Sioux Falls Flyers will make it a 1-1 game. And then the Flyers goal will be scored by number 63 in Amelia Danielson, who had 6 goals in the regular season. We'll see here. I got the replay too late, but it was right there in front. Still trying to get used to the replay, but it is 1-1. Just a bit too late behind it, but Danielson had a wide open net after it went off the goalpost. And it's now a 1-1 tie. And it's all tied up. 63-44. And this is out of the zone. Aubrey Stewart. As he goes in, there's a penalty coming up that will be against the Flyers with 13-17 remaining. Ella Stavanger got the assist. And it will be a 1.5-minute power play. Roughing is the call against Mackenzie Peterson. So a face-off here for McIntaffer. First power play from either side to get us started here in the second period. This will be moved around. And it's Sonia Junt, that bouncing puck.
1 minute, 30 seconds for roughing.
Behind the nets. And again, only a 1.5 on the 14U side, only a 1.5 for the penalties. And there is icing on the penalty kill, so you can't just send it down without putting some touch to it. Centering pass, McIntaffer with a shot that is caught cleanly by the glove of Clawwitter. The clock is still running right now. 54 seconds remaining. And we'll have just 12:40 remaining in the second period. This face off to the right of Clawwitter. Picked up the left of Clawwitter. It is won by the Capitals, but then flipped out by Weerspan. And Weerspan got hit from behind, and that'll be a penalty coming up against the Capitals. A roughing call will go against Quinn Baker. And so 44 seconds left to go. It is going to be a roughing call against Baker. And it's now 4-on-4 for 44 seconds. And with then a abbreviate power play for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Will be their first one of the day. This will be come out of the zone.
At 12:31 in the second period.
And it's now the Flyers back in the neutral zone.
61.
Moved into the offensive end, centering pass for Weerspan, and then her pocket was picked. There's going to be a penalty coming up against Dakota McIntaffer. And we'll see if the shot looked like it might have went off the stick of Allerdings. Look at the one replay here coming in. See if we see that shot that went off. Yeah, it might have gone off the stick and didn't see the penalty for where is that, but McIntaffer is the one that gets called for the penalty. And with 12:11 left to go, here is the replay of the McIntaffer hit. It will get called. It's a roughing minor for McIntaffer. And so, as I believe it was Weerspan, I believe she's the one that is down. It is Weerspan that is down for the Flyers right now. But it'll be 4-on-3 for 25 seconds. She is getting back up to her skates. .12:11 remains in this second period. And it will be a 4-on-3 power play, then to a 5-on-3 power play. So 25 seconds will expire from the Peterson penalty, and then 5-on-3. And you hope that Weerspan's able to come back and continue to play in this hockey game. But it was just a roughing call against McIntaffer. And so now with a 4-on-3 power play, the first official power play right now for the Flyers. The face-off will be won by the Capitals. It is Reagan Emmy.
At 12:11 in the second
Caps have to be
period.
very good about this clear. Ainsley Reese will send it down and will go on net, so there is no icing. That's a big send down the ice, because it could have been an icing call with it, even though it's a penalty kill. It will now be 5-on-3 for the next 45 seconds.
5-on-3 hockey.
Couple sticks tangled up. It will be Berg. Her pass misses for Peterson, but it's going to be held in by Fuller. Fuller from the right side of the face-off dot. Pass over for Peterson. And then try to get to the front of the net. It is loose around the net. And then Allerdings will find a way to cover it up to get the whistle. A mad scramble in front of the net. And she was able to, Allerdings going back and forth. It looked like for a second she was going to do the two-pad stack. That puck right around the crease. Everybody's falling over around. And the Capitals will win the ensuing face-off. At to the blue line. It's not going to go out. Stewart lifted the stick, but the puck stopped right before the blue line. Here is Berg. She'll score. Evelyn Berg makes it 2-1, a 5-on-3 power play goal. And it's the first lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers. able to get it past Allerdings as she walked in. As we look at that quick replay from the shots. And so it's now a 2-1 lead with 11:05 left to go in the second period. Still 5-on-4 power play.
At 11:14.
As this is pushed back in. There's a quick shot.
Number 18, Evelyn Bird.
And it will be coming from Tatum Meyer. Hannah Gore gets the assist, and this will be sent down. This will be an icing call against the Capitals with 8 seconds remaining on the power play. It is 8-8 in shots on goal, but 2-1 for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Here with 10:49 left to go in this second period. Evelyn Berg had 4 goals in the regular season. This is now her second goal of this state tournament. This shot goes wide off the face-off win by the Flyers as they are now back to 5-on-5. Ainsley Reese skates right in front of her own net, but goes around 3 different Flyers. It does come in the zone onside. Friedel trying to get a shot away. Bouncing puck comes back and it goes wide of Clawwitter. It'll be moved around out of the zone. Now 2-on-1, potentially 3-on-1 for the Flyers as they move back in. Pass across on the backhand, going wide. Then centering one for the Flyers, unable to, but not out of the zone by the Capitals. 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Is Sonia Junt. Her pass for Reagan Emmy out of the zone, missing for Peyton Emmy. This will be here on the near end. Girls falling over, and then a trip is going to be called. And the Capitals will go back on the power play with 9:45 to go. Hard to see the trip happen, but you can see the skates of, I believe it was Junt that went up. And the penalty will be against the Flyers, and the Capitals will have the 5-on-4 power play. As Taylor Dynges will get the call against her. This face-off is won by the Capitals. Their second power play, but trying to have a full power play here. Valerie Learcamp again circles the wagons. That shot goes off the glove of Clawwitter, who makes the save. It is now Ainsley Reese back to Learcamp. Winds up with the shot. That one got blocked in front of the net. And then from the boards, good play from Stewart. Reese with a shot and a save. Stays in play as McIntyre knocks it down with the glove. It is touched first by Sioux Falls. And it's moved to the boards, but not out of the zone. This will be now Reese. Sending to the net. It's right in front. It's loose. They say no goal. The puck is still loose, and it'll eventually be picked up. Somehow, Clawwitter was able to keep that out. That puck around the net. No, it was held out. What a job by Evelyn Berg. She was able to hold it down. We'll go with that replay again here real quick. And at the red line, it did not go in. It was held out. And the Capitals still down by 1. That puck is loose. They will score. The Capitals will score to make it 2-2. The helmet came off of Clawwitter. It is Learcamp that will get the goal of the power play. And again, let's go look at the replay to see what has happened. The mask does come off right as that puck was going in. And the Capitals will tie it up at 2. And it's now a tied hockey game on the power play goal from Mallory Learcamp. And this has turned into a wild, wild hockey game with 8:40 left to go.
We have the Oahe Capitals goal, number 55, Mallory Learcamp, assisted by number 10, Dakota Mack.
McIntyre gets the assist. Stewart says one in front. Talking about how these two teams can score, but probably won't score a whole lot of goals. Well, it's 2-2. We're going to at least need someone to score 3. This is tipped wide by Learcamp. Good shot there by Emmy, then tipped wide. This will be kicked out of the zone. Evelyn Berg moving along, and it's Sonia Juntz. This will be nearly grabbed by Stewart. And she could have had a breakaway if she would have got to that puck first, or it would have been bounced along with her. Then Learcamp will get hit. Play will continue as McIntyre carries in the offensive zone. And then there's a trip that's going to come up against the Capitals. And Dakota McIntyre is going to go to the box. And that'll be her second penalty, and she's going to be careful the rest of the way. She's got 2 penalties. With 7:54 to go here in the second period. And the face-off will be to the right of Taylor Allerdings, who has made 6 saves on 8 shots so far. This face-off will be won by the Flyers. That shot is going to be blocked. And this will be a pass that will come to the middle of the ice, but then the Capitals will send it to the Sioux Falls bench. And out of play with 7:40 left to go here in the second period. And back to that goal by Learcamp, as the mask of Clawwitter coming off right as Learcamp was tucking that one in. And it is a 2-2 game, and another power play here for the Flyers. They are 1 for 2 so far. This will be sent to the blue line, does come out of the zone. Nearly Peyton Emmy got a piece of it, and this will be iced by the Capitals. We'll get a whistle with 7:21 left to go here in the second period. Again, icing can occur in the below JV. You get the varsity boys and girls, you can ice the puck on a power play or a penalty kill and not get called for it, but the Bantams, 14U, Pee Wee, lower will all be called for icing. It's only a minute and a half of a penalty against, and this will be down the ice here as Stewart on the backhand, short-handed right now. Centering pass for Learcamp. That one's knocked away. Learcamp's got 2. She's on hat trick watch here in the state championship. And now, as Reagan Emmy blows a tire as she's trying to skate backwards, Charlie Weerspan with a shot in. Allerdings will make the save. And the play will continue here with 6:45 left to go, and now we get a whistle, and a trip is going to be called against the Flyers and Weerspan. It'll go against Charlie Weerspan on the trip. With 6:47 left to go, it's now 4-on-4 for 23 seconds, and then the Capitals will get another power play. We had 0 penalties in the first period, by the way. We've got 3 apiece here in the second period. 6:47 left to go here in the second. Learcamp on the face-off for the Capitals. Mackenzie Peterson will win it for the Flyers.
At 6:47 in the second period, we have
Peterson gets space, and she'll move it in the neutral zone. 1-on-2. Peterson around Juntz. Now skates behind the nets. Still with it, and now the pass will come and be played by Fuller. And now it'll be sent down the ice. Coming out of the penalty box, Dakota McIntyre. Can she get to the puck in time for a breakaway? McIntyre with a shot and a save. What a save by Clawwitter. Coming out of the box was McIntyre. That'll be offside against the Caps to get a whistle. With 6:12 left to go, but that nearly made it a 3-2 lead for the Capitals. Boy, this has just gone bonkers in this second period. The near goal by the Caps, and then the goal with the helmet coming off the goalie for the Caps to make it 2-2. This will go out of play on the face-off win. McIntyre won it so cleanly that she shot it out of play. What a Tossed back in, bounced and right into the referee's hands. Almost deserved a replay on its own right there. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Sonia Juntz at her own blue line. She's going to get rid of the pucks quickly. That puck somehow stays underneath her, and a good job by Judd, who didn't even realize that she had laid on top of the puck for a moment. And McIntyre for Stewart here on the near side. From the corner, McIntyre make that Stewart. Tries a center one for Learcamp. As she's tangled up, and it's the Flyers that will send it down the ice, but it will go on net, so there is no icing. And Allerdings will play it behind the net for Ainsley Reitz. Up ahead for Learcamp. Pass for McIntyre. That is tipped and into the offensive zone, but a good stick there from Avery Fuller. Knocks it back out of the end. Now it's McIntyre again as we're back to 5-on-5. McIntyre can't get a shot away. She's late on a shift. Weerspan, who just comes out of the penalty box, she's got a lot of speed to her. And a shot that is blocked with 5 minutes to go here in the second period. At the bench of the Flyers, they're going to be careful on their change, make sure they get on and off the ice the way they need to. Reagan Emmy comes out of the zone. Fuller, a pass will go across for Berg. And then it's back in from the red line. It is a good play. No icing for the Flyers. 4.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Down the ice, Peyton Emmy racing to the puck. Berg will get to it first. And then around the boards it goes. Friedel was able to get to the boards first to cut off number 71, Annika Kimber. And then this will be sent into past the Capitals bench and out of play. 4:14 left to go here in the second period. 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Face-off will go all the way down in the defensive zone for the Capitals. Looks like Coach McIntyre is trying to get the explanation of why it would be all the way down there, but not going to change the outcome of that puck being down there. There's a shot on the face-off and a save. Rebound is over. Diving all over the place of the Capitals and Flyers trying to find the puck. It is still loose. Now over to the side. Top of the face-off circle. It is eventually Sonia Juntz. And then Reagan Emmy got it out of the zone. And back in the Sioux Falls blue line. That was almost too soft of a pass, but it worked. And now it's going to be a couple line that will move it in the offensive zone. This pass, that one will be off of a skate to the blue line. It does come out, and it'll be J.C. Judd that will try to be off to the races. She got caught. And the puck will make its way around here to the near side. Behind the net for Sioux Falls now as they pick up and move over to the far end of the ice. It is Reagan Emmy that will pick it up. Emmy, a pass that goes across. As it does be iced now by Sioux Falls. We'll try and catch her shots on goal up. Make it 15-11 in shots on goal in favor of the Capitals. This is a 2-2 game. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Clawwitter. And from the corner now is Learcamp. Centers one. No one there for the Capitals, and Reagan Emmy was too far back to try and get to the puck. Mackenzie Peterson, she shrugged off the puck. And it's moved around here with 2:38 left to go in this second period. And again, we'll have a Zamboni break. 15 minutes between these periods before the third will start. Unlike the first period where it was just a 5-minute break between the first and second. A collision at center ice. A couple players went down. That shot, that went off the crossbar. Allerdings, it was kind of a change-up shot that she didn't see, and ends up going off the crossbar, and then she thinked the crossbar afterward. With 2 minutes to go here in the second period. McIntyre for the backhand. That is now Evelyn Berg. Junt at the red line. This will be offside. And here is the shot that goes off the crossbar. As Allerdings was, again, ends up being like a change-up, and then just hits the crossbar, and a little pat to the top of the crossbar as well. She knows who the friends are when they are friends. She has made 9 saves on 11 shots. Ainsley Reese will come here to the near side. At the red line here with 1:30 left to go, 1:35 left to go here in the second period. Makes its way to the blue line. Junt held it in, comes back. That'll be offside by the Capitals as she was a step behind the blue line, and it will be with 1:25 left to go. Face off just outside the Flyers' blue line. We push back in here by the Flyers. 1:17 left to go here in the second period. This puck will be pushed to the corner. 4 players are battling for it. Centered one. Out to the blue line, it's Reagan Emmy. That will send it to the net. It got all the way through to save made on the bouncing puck by Clawwitter. Now a 2-on-1 developing for Sioux Falls. And the stick, and a good job by Reagan Emmy to knock the puck off the stick, and did not trip up the girl either. And it was Quinn Lathan that was moving in, along with also Annika Kimber. 49.1 to go. Face-off will be to the right of Allerdings. Face-off is won by Emmy. Around here for Learcamp. That pass misses. And now it's picked back up, and then off the boards. From the red line, McIntyre is able to send it deep with 30 seconds to go. Here in the second period, McIntyre stole the puck away. Stewart stole the puck away, trying to get it to McIntyre. It is Emmy. That shot goes off the skate of Learcamp. They'll come back over. Learcamp, Capitals are back on side with 14 seconds to go. Learcamp with a shot and a save, and the rebound is moved free by the Flyers. Down to 5 seconds. Flyers will try and clear the zone. They do, and that will take us to the end of the second period. 2-2 in the state championship game between the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Oahe Capitals here at the Expo Center in Fort Pierre. Valerie Learcamp with both goals for the Capitals. Amelia Danielson and Evelyn Berg, the 2 goal scorers for the Flyers. 2-2 at the end of 2. As we'll step aside and come back with our intermission report, our full intermission report, to recap those first 2 periods. You're listening to the state championship of the 14U game on a Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Giving Tuesday is quickly approaching, a day when generosity transforms lives. At the Boys and Girls Club of the capital area, every dollar you give helps open doors for local kids to learn, grow, and thrive in a safe and supportive environment. Your gift provides mentoring, academic support, and experiences the school can't provide, all in a place that believes every child has a great future. Your donation makes a real difference and could help you save on taxes. To donate, visit bgccaparea.org or contact the club at 605-295-4412. Help kids and make a lasting impact.
Since the day First Fidelity Bank first opened its doors for business in 1905, we've served the credit and investment needs of this area. The money that's deposited with us is reinvested locally in the form of loans to area families, farms, and small businesses, where it can help create new opportunities for everyone in our community. First Fidelity Bank, first-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
And we welcome you back as we are into the second intermission reports. I guess it's our intermission reports as the Oahe Capitals have a tie game with the Sioux Falls Flyers, 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. As there's just one regulation period left to go. These two teams have played both games going to overtime. As we look at some of the replays, we start with the goal scored from Mallory Learcamp, who quite literally circled the wagons all the way around and was able to get that shot to score pass to Clawwitter to make it a 1-0 game. As you can see the second angle from this goal scored. And to make it a 1-0 game, that was the only first period goal with 2:20 remaining in that first period. Then the tying goal, didn't really get much of it, but it was scored by Amelia Danielson, who was right in front of the net to make it a 1-1 tie. But then it was, I believe, as this one comes in, this was the penalty that was against Dakota McIntaffer. That turned into then the goal scored to make this a 2-1 game. As the puck was around the net. Oh, nope, not quite yet. It was stopped by Allerdings. It's hard to remember what all the replays were, but this one made it 2-1. That shot beat Allerdings on the blocker side, and that goal scored by Evelyn Berg from Hanagora made it a 2-1 game. And then chaos kind of ensued after that. A couple of plays. Here is the first one, and watch the stick of Evelyn Berg, 18, right there, able to stop it from going in. McIntaffer thought it was in. But it was a great job by Evelyn Berg. And maybe we can watch this, even a slower replay of it. We're going to really slow things down to see how close this was to going in. As Evelyn Berg, that stick right at the puck was right at the red line, and Berg just got a piece of it to hold it out. And at that point kept it a 2-1 game. And then, not too many seconds later, as Clawwitter lost her helmet right as Learcamp was able to get the backhand to score to make it a 2-2 game. And then the final chance for the Flyers, as the shot came in on Allerdings. Again, from our vantage point, looked like a changeup, and it bounced off the crossbar. And there's the pat on the crossbar right where it hit for Taylor Allerdings. And it is 2-2 through 2 periods. 17-11 in shots on goal in favor of the Hawaii Capitals. 2-2 at the end of 2 in the state championship game between the Caps and the Flyers. We'll take another break. We'll come back with more of our second intermission report. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock. Well, you're listening to the girls 14U state championship game. It is, you're watching the Capitals too, but it's a 14U state championship game on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube.
Puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Services, proud supporter of Pierre Governor football. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. Proud supporter of local sports.
As we welcome you back, as it is a 2-2 game at the end of 2 periods, as John Katilnik is trying to trash talk me while I'm up here. It is a 2-2 game at the end of 2 periods, and the Capitals and the Flyers are looking to find that go-ahead goal to get that. Oh, that's not exactly how I thought maybe that was going to go. It should have. There we go. Now it's the right. It's 14U Girls State Championship here at the Expo Center, and the crowd has been good here at the Expo Center for this championship game, and some getting warm right now in the warming room, but a really good crowd on hand here, especially for the hometown Capitals, with that 2-2 game through the end of 2 periods. But Mallory Learcamp's got both goals. And it is also Amelia Danielson and Evelyn Berg, the 2 goals for the Sioux Falls Flyers. But reminder, too, for everybody that coming up on Thursday, it'll be the first round and the first games of 22 state tournament games. And we'll have all 22 of them. The girls' state tournament will be in Mitchell on Thursday. Coverage will start at 11:45 Thursday morning for a 12 o'clock puck drop between the Oahe Capitals and the Mitchell Marlins in that first game. And then it will be the boys' state tournament coming up after that from Sioux Falls. And we'll have all 22 games on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. As you look at some of those Capitals fans, some Capital players in there as well. The Bantam A team was playing today. The Bantam B team finished their state tournament yesterday. And the Pee-wees wrapped up their season last weekend. And it will be JV and girls state varsity this coming weekend. The girls will be that number 3 seed. Then the boys are the 6th seed for the tournament in Sioux Falls. It'll be coming up, coming up in Sioux Falls as the Capitals are looking for a first-round win. You look at, for the Oahe Capitals, the girls taking on Mitchell. They went 3-0 against them in the regular season. The Capital boys will take on Yankton in the first round. They had 2-0 lead twice in that game, so both teams feel like they have every opportunity and every chance to get that first-round win and get to the state semifinals. Even with the Capital boys being this number 6 seed, they still feel like they've got every chance to win that first-round game. And the Capital Lady Caps with the 3-0 record against Mitchell, they want to make it 4-0. They did beat Brookings, who was the most likely team that they'll face in the semifinals. That was the last game of the season. Yes, it was out without Rory Quam for Brookings, but they do have a win against the Rangers, and that would, again, most likely be the state semifinal opponent for the Capitals. But they feel like they've got a shot to try and make a state championship, just like here they've got a shot to win the state championship game. As we head to the third period, both teams will be making their way out here just momentarily. But hopefully you've enjoyed the broadcast here on Capital City Rock Sports. Something to kind of look forward to as we move into this state tournament, but move into the future of broadcasting Oahe Capitals games, but just in general broadcasting games with the new system that we have and the ability for replays that have come in handy a couple times. Have come in very handy as the Caps return back to the ice. Sioux Falls Flyers are back on the ice as well. The third period is coming up here in just a moment. Again, 15 minutes will be on the clock, and the Caps, the next one's a big one. Can it be the last one? We do know that it at least takes 3 to win the state championship game. And again, there is no ties. There are no, I mean, I guess there was a playoff game that ended up being they had a playoff game in Minnesota that ended up going to a shootout, 12U girls game that ended up going to a shootout, but that took 3 days to play that tournament game. I don't think it's... yes, the girls' varsity state championship took 5 overtimes last year. I don't think it's going to take 3 days to play this state championship game. But we are ready to go for the third period. We start 5-on-5. And Charlie Weerspan gets hits from Dakota McIntaffer. She is down, still on the ice. And this will get a stoppage here. And Weerspan is slow to get back to her skates right now. 14:49 left to go, just 11 seconds in. And it is Derek Berg, the head coach for the Flyers, looking for a penalty to be called. It looked like it could have been maybe a checking against McIntaffer, if anything, but the physicality of this game has been fairly, when they're not allowing checking to go, but they are letting the physicality be a part of this game in this state championship game. So 11 seconds in, we'll get a face-off at center ice another time. Dakota McIntaffer will take it again. As it will go for, I believe, Tatum Meyer will take the face-off. Hannah Gore is going to take the face-off, just number 6. So we're back underway in this third period. This will go into the Flyers bench. Another quick whistle. So 15 seconds, 16 seconds in, and we've already got 2 whistles. Slow things down and get a couple of deep breaths here in this third period in a tie game. Who would have thought that these two teams playing 2 overtime games in the regular season, that we'd be sitting 2-2 here in the third period. Here's a shot by Stewart that will go wide. Evelyn Berg back behind the nets. All penalties in that second period. It was 3-3 penalties-wise. This will be centered, and Learcamp getting a shot away. There's a chance that will be off of Clawwitter, and I believe the angle was too tough for the Capitals to try to score without a deflection. That would have been an odd one. Here's McIntaffer that rolls up a stick. Now a shot by Emmy, bounces in front of the crease, but it goes wide of Clawwitter. Capitals right now trying to pin in the Sioux Falls Flyers. He moved out to the blue line where it's held in. Junt, that one got all the way through, and then it was sticked away by Clawwitter. Caps are trying to make a change now. Here's a shot by Emmy. That's knocked down by the stick and then moved along. As it is Hannah Gora that moves in. That shot wide of Allerdings. That would hit the bottom of the boards, and it popped up like it got pinched between the ice and the boards. From the blue line here for the Flyers. That one's blocked by the skate of Peyton Emmy. Held in by Learcamp. Now it's Peyton Emmy again. That shot will go wide. Missed by a couple feet. Now Emmy again. There's a save made by Clawwitter. Good chance there by Emmy. Puck still to the side of the nets. And this will be moved along here to the near end. This is Annika Kimber. Then it's flipped in deep by Emma Brown. Up the boards to the blue line. Held in by Ainsley Reese. And Reese blows a tire, goes hard into the boards. She'll get back up as the puck comes out of the zone. A race for the puck. And now it's Kimber that will carry it in. Trying to get one of the net. Bouncing save made by Allerdings. Then it goes off of her glove. Can't cover it cleanly. And this will be up to the blue line, but it's going to be held in by the Flyers. And out at the blue line, it is going to be a chip and chase here. And Aubrey Stewart with the speed moves in on the backhand. That's off the side of the nets. And then it's still played behind the net. Up ahead for McIntaffer. It was a shot on goal that Clawwitter did make that save. Here's McIntaffer right back in. Her shot up high. Save is made, and diving on top of it is going to be Clawwitter to cover to get the whistle with 12:05 to go here in this third period. 19-12 in shots in favor of the Oahe Capitals. As Dakota McIntaffer will take the face-off and try to shoot a net as soon as she won the face-off. This will be out in a shot that is blocked. McIntaffer goes down to the ice, picked up by Evelyn Berg. Pass up ahead, and the Flyers 3-on-2, trying to move it in the offensive zone. Poke between the legs, and now it's going to be Tatum Meyer trying to center one, but it was blocked by Reagan Emmy. Emmy to the blue line. It does come out of the zone. No, they will say it did come out of the zone. Right at the last moment, we get a whistle for the offside with 11:33 left to go. And again, that would have been offside in varsity hockey too, with players not getting back quite on time and still being touched. But the no-touch offside quickly stops that play. This face-off. Ainsley Reese misses on the pass for Quinn Baker. And we'll get an icing call. J.C. Junton, the referee, I think got tangled up too. 11:26 left to go here in this third period. Face-off will be to the left of Allerdings. And Agora will take the face-off for Sioux Falls. It is one back and then moved around the boards. That was by Sydney Jones. Reagan Emmy, J.C. Junt. Can't get out of the zone, but it's Emmy that will pick it back up. And now here come the Capitals on the right wing. Down the ice and into the offensive zone. 11 minutes to go in the third period. Next goal gets a massive, massive lead in this third period to try and win the 14U state championship. Capitals are looking for their second 14U state championship. This will be held in by Reese. Reese with a shot. That goes wide of Clawwitter. Again, Ainsley Reese had just one goal during the regular season, then scored a big one in the game-winning goal to open up the scoring against Brookings last night in that 2-0 win. This puck is out to the blue line where it's held in by J.C. Junt. Good stick lift there from Learcamp. Puck will make its way back to Stewart. And you're going to see a lot of Aubrey Stewart, Mallory Learcamp, and Dakota McIntaffer in this third period and beyond. Wearspan, that one will come out of the zone. It's McIntaffer back in. That pass will miss. Here is now Ainsley Reese again. That will go off of the body and all the way down Neely Meyer, but Sonia Junt that will get to it first. Here is now Learcamp, turns it over. Tatum Meyer for Neely Meyer. That pass will be moved around by Fuller, hit the Zamboni doors. Does come out of the zone after it was fanned on by Fuller. And then the puck is still loose at the red line. And then sent back in for the Flyers. Sonia Junt with 9:30 left to go here in the third period. Behind the net for the Flyers. Trying to center one from Neely Meyer. But it was blocked. McIntaffer will come away with it here for the Caps. Sends it up the ice. Goes off the stick of Learcamp and into the Capitals bench with 9:14 left to go here in the third period. Caps led 1-0. Sioux Falls took a 2-1 lead before Learcamp tied it up at 2. Still 19-12 in shots on goal. Face-off will be to the left of Allerdings. Amelia Danielson, who scored that first goal for the Flyers, took the face-off. It is controlled by the Capitals. Emma Brown trying to win the race to it. Can she get a breakaway? Brown with a shot. Save made. A big save made. And a huge opportunity for the Capitals. Emma Brown trying to get that replay, and she came flying down the ice. And that save by Clawwitter. And the Flyers were trying to change late. Well, they were trying to change late. They were trying to get their sixth person off the ice as we're down to 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Couple of players, this will be a penalty coming up against the Capitals. It is a roughing call. And I believe it's Sonia Junt that will go to the penalty box. Junt will go for a rough. 8:55 to go here in the third period, and the Capitals will go on the Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill. And the Sioux Falls Flyers will try and retake the lead with under 9 minutes to go here in this third period. This will be moved around to the boards on the face-off win. Reagan Emmy will come here to the near side. And up to the boards, up the blue line. Berg across for Fuller. That shot was blocked by Reagan Emmy, but not out of the zone. Now it's Emmy again. Emmy from the corner. It's Mackenzie Peterson that comes away with it. And then she had her stick lifted. It is now going to be down by Emmy. That does come out of the zone, but it's right back in. Wearspan was the last one out of the zone. She's the first one to pick it back up. That shot, that one whistles wide. Maybe got a piece of the post. And it's now Evelyn Berg. Berg That is an onside play, although McIntaffer stripped the puck away from her. Lifts the stick. McIntaffer trying to fight for the puck. 7:50 left to go here in the third period. She's going to be very careful, does McIntaffer, with those 2 penalties. No one else with 2 in the hockey game so far. 7:40 to go, 18 seconds remaining on the power play for the Flyers. Learspan, that comes out of the zone. Now here is Learcamp. Valerie Learcamp back into the offensive end. She'll move in. That tough angle shot was off of a stick, played off the boards. That will take care of the penalty to Junt, as it's now 5-on-5 to the blue line. That does come out of the zone. JC Junt, who's on the ice for Sonia Junt, will flip it in. That was offside, barely offside, but again, that no-touch offside is called immediately right as the Flyers or the Capitals are about to get off the ice, or out of the zone. 7:15 to go. 5-on-5 hockey. This face-off, it is going to be the Flyers. It is now moved into the offensive zone by Neely Meyer. This is turned over, a shot and a save. Rebound that was still there. It's moved away by the Capitals. And Taylor Allerdings makes a big save on the turnover. Now it's again Meyer. That pass will miss. It'll come out of the zone all the way down. 6:40 left to go here in the third period. We moved up ahead. Puck will make its way over on the left side and all the way around the boards now for Meyer. And it's going to be picked up. And then we're going to have a penalty on J.C. Junt, who threw the shoulder. And a roughing call. Moving in was Tatum Meyer. Then J.C. Junt gets called for the penalty. With 6:21 left to go. And another minute 30 power play for the Sioux Falls Flyers, trying to retake the lead with 6:20 to go here in the third period. This will be Berg. This will go to the corner. Where is picked up here by the Flyers.
1 minute and 30 for roughing. Flyers.
Now to the corner on the far end of the ice. Avery Fuller will send it back over for Gorham. Then try to center one. Weerspan fan on a one-time chance. But it's not out of the zone. It's held in by Evelyn Berg. Pass will go across for Gora. That shot and a save made. Rebound was still loose. And it's now picked up. Fuller right at the feet of Ainsley Reese. It is now Reese that will send it back around, but not out of the zone again. Weerspan. It is McIntaffer. It is Stewart that will pick it up. Short-handed Aubrey Stewart, who's in the offensive zone, but a good stick there from the Flyers, and they go right back the other way, and this will be offside against the Capitals. 37 seconds left to go on the power play. 5:27 to go here in the third period. Face-off will be just outside the Capitals' blue line. Peyton Emmy. This is Evelyn Berg. Oh, nearly lost the puck. But it's now in the offensive zone here for the Flyers. That shot and a save. Rebound and another big save made by Allerdings. Still loose, but in front of the net now in the pass. And a save. Two big saves. And it's the other way. That shot and a save made by Clawwitter. 10 seconds to go on the power play. It is Learcamp tied up. Emma Brown trying to get it out for the Capitals. 4 players are battling for the puck. Learcamp is the one that has it now. Pass will come out for Peyton Emmy. Throws it to the net. Goes off of a skate. With 4:40 to go here in the third period. Still fighting for the puck is Peyton Emmy. This is at the blue line, or excuse me, on the far side, on the near side boards. 4.5 minutes to go. That shot by Reagan Emmy got all the way through and a save made. We'll go back to that. Excuse me, we'll go back to that save by Allerdings. A couple of those saves from Allerdings. Made those two big saves. That first one that came in, that rebound was right there, and Allerdings was able to get over to make the save. That was two massive, massive saves from Allerdings. With now 4:10 to go here in the third period. McIntaffer. Pass will go across. Nice job by Reagan Emmy to settle that puck down. But that shot was blocked by Weerspan. And now it's Weerspan. Good stick for McIntaffer. That's still in the offensive zone right now for the Capitals. It does slow down the rush for the Flyers with 3:50 to go here in this third period. Making a quick change for the Capitals. Shot by Weerspan off the post. Charlie Weerspan nearly made it 3-2. She beat Allerdings, but the post was hit. And now it's Reagan Emmy the other way for the Capitals. Reagan Emmy backhand goes high over the crossbar. Centering pass is intercepted by Weerspan. This is going to be slowed down by Quinn Baker. And back into the offensive zone of the Flyers. Ella Stavanger will have it. That pass is blocked. Sent to the nets, and it was a stave made by Allerdings. This is now turned back over. Tatum Meyer with 3 minutes to go. Tatum Meyer gets around. Her shot and a save made by Allerdings again. A couple of big saves. This will go all the way down for an icing. And we'll check out that post shot from Weerspan. Can't see the shot probably come through, but you can definitely see it rattle off the pipe. It might have gone off the other pipe as well. It might have hit both goalposts. 2:51 left to go here in this third period. As the puck will get to the out of the zone, sent back in, but in the Capitals bench. 2:37, and the clock will stop here with 2:36 to go in this third period. And it is the face-off that'll be won here by the Flyers. Berg sends it in. 2.5 minutes to go in this third period. This will be offside against the Flyers. This face-off will be just outside the Capitals' blue line. 2:28 to go. It's not guaranteed that the next goal wins it, but we're getting closer to that next goal just about winning this hockey game. Right now, there would still be a chance to tie things up, but later and later in this hockey game, the next goal could very well be that game-winning goal. As Mackenzie Peterson will carry to the offensive zone. A good play. Nope, it will be a trip. Sonia Junt thought maybe she was able to get the puck first, but still tripped up. With 2:07 to go, Sonia Junt will go to the penalty box. That is her second penalty, so she will have to be careful the rest of this way. And obviously she wants to come back out of the ice with just about 30 seconds to go. So it's 2:07 to go. Another power play for the Flyers. Berg's shot is blocked. It is McIntaffer that will send it down the ice. This will be an icing against the Capitals. And we get a whistle with 1:57 left to go. 1:20 remaining on the power play. 37 seconds would be left if the Flyers don't score. We go back to 5-on-5. Face-off will be won by McIntaffer behind the nets. It is McIntaffer that will pick it up now for the Capitals. Are they going to think shorthanded or try to just kill off the penalty? McIntaffer is thinking shorthanded, but they have to be solid defensively right now. Stewart will get it back into the offensive zone for a moment. 55 left to go on the power play. This will make its way. That pass misses for Weerspan. Learcamp will get to it first behind the nets. And then at the Zamboni doors, that puck is knocked down. Reagan Emmy in front of Allerdings is able to take the puck. And again, the Capitals will skate to the neutral zone. And then it's Emmy with a nice stick to move it in the offensive end with 30 seconds to go. Well, she was about to move to the offensive end, but it was pushed aside by Hannah Gora. And it's now swinging at it, but Wearspan didn't keep it couldn't get a piece of it. Didn't come out of the zone for a moment. Final minute of the third period. This will be tipped out of the zone. 13 to go on the power play. 2-on-2. Mackenzie Peterson moves in. That shot is a save made by Allerdings, and it goes to the side of the nets. This will be offside with 39 seconds to go. 2 seconds remaining on the power play. It is 23-19 and shots in favor of the Capitals. Aubrey Stewart will take the face-off. They'll get Sonia Junt out here in just a second. And it's back to 5-on-5 with 30 seconds to go here in the third period in a 2-2 tie. Tipped out of the zone. Evelyn Berg. It is now Avery Fuller for Mackenzie Peterson. Neely Meyer, that is offside with 20.6 to go in the third period. Get no winner, we go to 10-minute overtime period and just keep playing 10-minute overtime periods until someone would score. I don't believe there'd be a ZAM break this time. It would be after the first overtime would be done. If I remember correctly from the 5 overtime period, the 5 overtimes that we had in the state championship last year for the girls, the state title. Here is now Learcamp with 3 seconds to go to the corner. How about we play a third overtime between these two teams to get us a state champion? It is 2-2 at the end of 3. So there is no zamming between this, between the third period and overtime. It'll be a 10-minute period. And so it is 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. And the White Capitals and the Sioux Falls Flyers, they have played to a overtime win for the Capitals, a tie between these two teams, and it will now be the third overtime game to determine who the state champion will be in the 14U state tournament. This is any indication on how this girls and boys state varsity tournaments will be. We're in for a treat, as it is 2-2 at the end of the third period. Let's take a break. We'll come back, and we will have the overtime period for you next. You're listening to the state tournament on the 14U state tournament on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
From Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio, we invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Services, proud supporter of Pierre Governor football. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. Proud supporter of local sports.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience in their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastормroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
As we welcome you back, it is the third period, and the Oahe Capitals and the Sioux Falls Flyers will start overtime with a 2-2 tie. And we play a 10-minute overtime period. And it will be the first goal wins. But we will continue to play hockey until we have a winner. For the state championship of the 14U, an opportunity for one of these teams to win the state title will come on someone's stick, as this will be pushed into the offensive zone for the Flyers. Reagan Emmy behind the nets. Mallory Learcamp's got 2 goals. It is also a goal from Amelia Danielson. As this is Aubrey Stewart that moves in, and a good stick there away. Knock it away. Evelyn Burke has the other goal, by the way, for the Flyers. Now it's a 2-on-1 for Sioux Falls. Mackenzie Peterson moves in. That shot at a blocker, save made by Taylor Allerdings. Keeps the game moving. Every shot can end the state championship at this point, but both goalies have been very good. 18 saves on 20 shots for Allerdings, 21 saves on 23 shots for Clawwitter. This is at the blue line and out of the zone. Mallory Learcamp for Dakota McIntaffer. Couple of stick lifts. It is going to be chipped out of the zone. And a good job by Sonia Junt to get over to the puck. And then she'll turn with it, and then this will go into the Capitals bench. And we get a whistle with 8:51 remaining here in this first overtime. So the last 2 state championships have gone to overtime. As they were trying to get the offensive zone face-off for the Sioux Falls Flyers. To no avail, but Sioux Falls beat Brookings in 5 overtimes in the varsity state championship last year. Now the 14U state championship will go to overtime this year. Aubrey Stewart tried to center one. Out to the blue line. Emmy with a shot and a save, and no rebound given from Clawwitter. That's a big, big save from Greta Clawwitter. As that one came all the way through. You can see all the traffic, but she was able to find a little bit of some room to make that save. A little bit of sight to see that come through. 8:20 to go here in overtime. This is out of the zone all the way down. Is it going to be an icing? It will be against Sioux Falls with 8:14 left to go here in the third period, or excuse me, in overtime. And the offensive zone face-off to the rights of Clawwitter. Dakota McIntaffer will take it for the Capitals. Mackenzie Peterson for the Flyers. This will be Evelyn Berg that will get to it first. She'll turn with it, then turn it over. And it's now McIntaffer and Berg fighting for the puck. Berg will come free with it, but can't get out of the zone. It comes to the face-off dot. It's now the Flyers that will move it out And 2-on-2 into the offensive end. Good stick there from Junt. Now pass from Neely Meyer. Peterson couldn't handle on their stick. But a penalty coming up against the Capitals. That one was a tough one. It's going to be against the Capitals, excuse me, if I said Flyers. It's going to be against the Capitals in a power play here for the Flyers. And it is going to be Learcamp that gets called for the trip. And the angle from the official looked like it probably was a trip. From our angle, one that probably wasn't a trip. With 7:48 to go. There's a shot on the face-off win and a big save from Taylor Allerdings. It is 24-21 in shots in favor of the Capitals. Kenzie Peterson, here's Weerspan with a shot, rebound. Could have been a big one for Neely Meyer, but Allerdings made the save. Her 20th save of the afternoon, now of the evening, as we're past 5 o'clock in this state championship game. Reagan Emmy goes off the boards a couple times to herself. Good play there from Emmy, but doesn't come out of the zone. Minute to go on the power play. Neely Meyer, that one right through the blue crease, and does stay in the zone. Berg will send it back around to the far side. Now it is Emmy that will pick it up. Off the boards. Emmy, again, trying to find the handle of it to get out of the zone. It is now Meyer with a shot that will be off the stick and high. Sonia Junt with the block of that shot. Peyton Emmy after Berg fanned on it. Junt again with Berg. That pass just goes off the stick of Weerspan, and now it's going to be Peyton Emmy, and she's going to be tripped up, and it'll be Weerspan that will go to the penalty box for a trip. And for Charlie Weerspan, that's going to be her second penalty as well. So she has to be careful the rest of the way. And it'll be 27 seconds of a 4-on-4 before it becomes a power play for the Capitals, which will be a minute and 3 seconds of a power play to try for them to win the state championship if we don't have a winner in the next 25 seconds. As Junt took the face-off, she goes down to the ice and is picked up here by the Flyers. Good job by Aubrey Stewart to keep it in the zone. Now Junt will try and pass it over. And another pass here. Here is Stewart with a shot off the glove. And a save made by Clawwitter. 5 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. And then the Capitals will get the power play for a minute. It is now 5-on-4. The Capitals with the power play. Learcamp will have to wait for Junt to come back on side. Learcamp, who's on the ice after taking that penalty. Now behind the nets. Learcamp. Pass over now for Emmy. That shot saved, and the rebound is in front of the net. Backhander is loose. It is looking for, they win! The Capitals will win it in overtime! The Oahe Capitals will win the 14U state championship. I believe it was Dakota McIntaffer that will stuff it in to get the game-winning goal on the power play. And the 14U state championship will go to Oahe. We'll check the replay in a second. It is Dakota McIntaffer that does score. Dakota McIntaffer will get the game-winning goal. Let's look at this replay here. A mad scramble after Clawwitter made the first initial save. It was around the net. McIntaffer got the piece of it, and it goes in when everybody was diving for the puck. We'll slow that replay down. We'll play it again. The first shot from Emmy got all the way through, and Clawwitter made a great save, and that rebound was not able to get that covered up on the rebound chance. And then that puck made its way off the stick of McIntaffer, and she was able to put it in and jump into the ceiling for McIntaffer and the Capitals, who win the state championship 3-2 in overtime over the Sioux Falls Flyers. As we'll keep it here for the
Congratulations to both teams today.
trophy presentation.
Dakota Amateur Hockey Association rep John Katilnik is here today to present the Oahe Capitals for the second place trophy to the Sioux Falls Flyers. Captains, please come forward and receive your trophy. Oahe Capitals, please come forward to accept your state championship trophy. And for the Foley Cup traveling trophy, congratulations, the Oahe Capitals. Teams, parents and players, you can stay on the ice for pictures. Please gather at your specific ends. Please be careful when walking on the ice. Congratulations to both teams.
So the Oahe Capitals will win it in overtime on the Dakota McIntyre power play goal. And a fantastic finish. These two teams battled for 3 different overtime games. A overtime win, McIntyre scored in the regular season in overtime. And then it was a tie game after one overtime period in the near the end of the regular season here at the Expo Center. Then McIntyre gets the game-winning goal. And they end up winning 3-2 on the 29th shot of the game as they'll get their picture taken. And on Capital City Rock Sports, we appreciate you tuning in here tonight for what was an exciting 14U state championship game. We're excited to bring the girls varsity state tournament starting on Thursday in Mitchell, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then the next week on Thursday in Sioux Falls, as Jim Lloyd will join me for all 22 of those games. As the Caps 14U win the state championship. We get to call 3 state championship games overall this year. We'll have the girls varsity state championship game regardless of who's playing, and we'll have the boys state varsity championship regardless of who's playing. And for the 14U state championship, I appreciate a lot of the parents, a lot of the moms that came up to me when we were in Rapid City all the way back in December, I think it was, or maybe January, early January, and asked if I would broadcast the game, and we've got our new system. Hope you've enjoyed it, because we're going to have more of that. We saw a little bit of it on Friday. We're going to see more of that here coming up in this next 2 weeks. And very, very happy to be able to bring you a state championship game here at the Expo Center, and looking forward to what will be a fun state tournament coming up on Thursday through Saturday in Mitchell, and then Thursday through Saturday in Sioux Falls. As the Oahe Capitals both will be there, but we'll have all 11 games Thursday through Saturday, and then the 11 games again the following week, Thursday through Saturday. I want to say thanks to John Ullman for running the camera. He did a very, very good job of running the camera for us here today in the state championship game, and and looking forward to, again, having all these games again starting on Thursday for the girls state tournament in Mitchell. Dakota McIntyre and the Oahe Capitals win the state championship in overtime, the 14U state title, and they win it 3-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. We'll see you in Mitchell on Thursday, and the Capitals will win the 14U state title as we wrap things up here this afternoon or this evening from the Expo Center.